Welcome back to Ask Allison. Here is today's question. I've been in private practice very part-time for almost a decade and have always kept a part-time job as a security blanket. I'd really like to take the leap into giving all my energy to my practice and leave the agency life behind, but have a few reservations that have held me back. I live rurally in an area with a historically low SES, so I have kept my fees quite low. I opt not to work with insurance. I want to feel confident raising my rates to be able to live a sustainable life outside of a regular paycheck. Also, any suggestions for building a niche when you're rural and there is a need to wear all the hats? Thanks. So first, I want to thank TherapyNotes for sponsoring Ask Allison. It is an all-inclusive, simple, affordable practice management system. It has everything you need for your practice, from your calendar, your notes, your video conferencing. It has the lowest credit card processing rate and no per transaction fee. TherapyNotes is the highest rated EHR on Trustpilot. I love that it follows the golden thread in the notes, so you don't have to retype all the same stuff over and over. You can check them out by using the promo code ABUNDANT at therapynotes.com, and you'll have 2 months free. So there's often an erroneous belief that rural communities can't afford therapy. And the majority of my extended family lives in rural areas. So while yes, the majority of people living in rural parts of the US may not be able to pay premium fees, your practice only needs a couple dozen-ish clients to be full-time. I've lived and worked in rural areas. I know rural areas well. So I want you to challenge the belief that the people in your area can't afford whatever fee you want to charge. I encourage you to Google the median income, quote, median income, and your city name. Where I live, the household median income is just under $50,000 per year. The individual median income is $28,000 per year. I charge $225 per session and stay full. And if you're thinking, but Allison, you know how to market better than most therapists. It's literally your job. Yes, that's true. But I also teach literally everything I know in the Abundance Party and the Inner Circle. I'm not special. This is not rocket science. It's literally just a learned skill. And I'll link to both the party and the Inner Circle if you need help. But I need you to not assume that you can't do this as well as I do. You can do this better than I do, I bet. So I've talked to people who've said, I just know my community can't afford private pay. And then we'll look at the median household income and it's over $100,000. So I promise you, data will tell you. I will say that a compounding variable in some rural areas may be the attitude towards counseling in your area. So if your community views counseling as the thing you do when you get your third DUI or that's required to keep your kids, then there might be some macro work to do so that people can see therapy as something valuable and completely consensual. Regarding niching, you do not need to wear all the hats. I totally get why you feel like you have to, because that's probably what's coming to you. You don't have to work with everyone that calls. The fact that you haven't niched yet is probably why you've remained part-time and you haven't gotten so many calls over this last decade that you've had to give up the part-time job. So I encourage niching no matter where you live, because it makes marketing 1,000 times easier. It helps prevent burnout. It means that the people coming to you are people you're pretty confident you can help. I can't help every presenting person coming in with a problem. I can't. But I know the things I'm good at. And that's what I want you to lean into also. Today's free worksheet is called Figures Not Feelings. It challenges 3 common assumptions that we make about what will and won't work, and then where to seek some actual data before you decide what's possible. I'll be honest, it's my favorite worksheet of the past few years. So I want you guys all to go download it. It's free. It's linked at abundanceparty.com/free. You'll be able to access it. So if you have questions for Ask Allison, I'd love to answer them. Please shoot me a message over on Instagram where I'm abundance_practice_building.